Peeping Cat.
Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Written by Lewis Carroll. Made by Peeping Cat. Alice was reading a book under a tree with her sister. But suddenly, a rabbit passed by in a hurry, checking his watch. "By heavens, I'm going to be late again," said the rabbit. Alice was curious about the rabbit, so she followed him. The rabbit went through a dark tunnel. Alice hesitated for a moment, but she followed her curiosity. Alice went down a long way through the deep, dark tunnel. Over time, Alice arrived in a large room with many doors.
Where did the rabbit go?
Then she found a key and a bottle on top of a table. Alice found the door to the key. Alice opened the door and found that it led into a small passage and she couldn't go in. Alice placed the key back on the table. Then Alice saw a note on the bottle. Alice drank the drink as it said on the note. Alice's body started to shrink.
I got smaller. Now I can get through the door,
Alice said, looking at her smaller body. But Alice couldn't go in because she locked the door again. Alice found a box under the table. Inside the box, there was a cookie with a note saying, "Please enjoy." Alice enjoyed her cookies. Then Alice, who had become smaller, got bigger and reached the ceiling of the room. Alice wept. She was scared. The room soon became a pond filled with tears. The rabbit that disappeared then appeared with a fan. The rabbit was so surprised to see how big Alice was that he dropped the fan and ran away. Alice fanned herself with the fan. Then Alice got smaller again and drowned into the pond of tears. Alice swam out of the pond. She walked down the road and suddenly she heard a bugle call. It was the sound of the Queen's visit. The soldiers leading the way were guards, and the bugle was blown by the rabbit Alice was looking for. Alice ran towards the rabbit with joy. Then the Queen came out and shouted, "What do you think you are doing? How dare you spoil the ceremony? I shall punish you." The Queen dragged Alice away without even hearing her answer. The Queen said to Alice, "As your punishment, you will play ball with me." The queen was going to play ball using flamingos and hedgehogs. Alice shouted,
I will not play!
The queen was mad. Get Alice on court at once! Then the card soldier took Alice to the courthouse. At the trial, the queen said to Alice, Alice should be executed. Alice shouted angrily in confusion.
This trial is ridiculous!
But even though Alice was expressing her anger, the card soldiers began to attack. Alice screamed in pain.
Oh, it hurts! Stop it!
Alice's sister was surprised to see Alice screaming. Alice, wake up! Alice's sister woke her up. Alice woke up startled and said,
Huh? Where did all the card soldiers go?
What are you talking about? Did you have a bad dream?
It's good to be back.
Alice's sister smiled and said, What are you talking about? We're going to be late. Let's go.